Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about Project Hail Mary, which is a new sci-fi movie based on a novel by Andy Weir. I did not read the novel, so I came into this completely bare. I basically knew like it's a movie where Ryan Gosling plays an astronaut who has to save the world from some space sun thing, and that was it. So I think that's a good way to come into the movie, basically knowing nothing about it, just kind of jumping in. I think the trailer didn't really give much of it away. They didn't even give like Rocky away or anything, which I think was a very good decision because I don't know. I like finding things out with the character. I don't like being spoon-fed information. So yeah, I think the first hour of the movie was okay. Uh, it was kind of like funny, space romp kind of thing. But then after the first hour, it kind of has this tonal shift where it stops being this funny light space adventure and starts being very kind of dramatic. You have that woman, Sandra Hüller, singing Sign of the Times. Very good cover of it, by the way. Kind of shifts the whole meaning of the song. I think it was great. The cinematography is amazing. It reminds me a lot of like Interstellar, 2001: Space Odyssey, just kind of the beautiful space scenes both inside the spaceship and of course outside with the lighting and everything. I've complained a lot in movie reviews, especially like stuff like Wicked or Marvel movies, about how everything now is so desaturated. This movie doesn't have that problem. You have these beautiful, gorgeous colors a lot of the times throughout the movie. It's very visually appealing. The I think it's great. I think they should win an Oscar for that, like best visual effects or cinematography or something. The soundtrack's also good too. You have this brilliant orchestral film score while mixing in some kind of classics like the Beatles, Two of Us, very underrated Beatles song, I might add. You have like a Neil Diamond song in there, Ella Fitzgerald, a couple other people I like. So the soundtrack's really, it's a very mixed soundtrack from different kind of genres, but it all works together so well. It sets the tone perfectly. I like how the science isn't like there's not a lot of technobabble within the movie. You're kind of given like what you need to know and nothing else. It's not the most info dumpy, complicated movie because as a business major, I don't know much about science, and I'm glad I didn't really have to. Ryan Gosling's great in this movie. I don't know if this is his best movie because I also really liked him in Blade Runner 2 and I liked him in La La Land. But he's a very versatile actor. Every movie he's in, he's able to play a completely different character, which you can't really say for a lot of Hollywood these days. But he's great. He has great chemistry with Rocky, which is funny because it's a puppet. It's hard to have chemistry with a puppet unless you're like Mark Hamill, of course, or I guess people from the Muppets. Of course, Ebenezer Scrooge. Uh, anyway, I think that he's a good character because at the beginning I was like, okay, he's, funny, nerdy guy, but there's really not much to him until you realize at the end how he didn't want to go on the ship and he was basically kidnapped by German Shiv from Succession. So he looked like Shiv a little bit. Basically, he was kidnapped by her and forced to do it. So he's not the heroic type that you thought he was at the beginning of the movie, which I think was a very strong choice because it showed that heroism wasn't something he had. He was just forced to acclimate to, I guess. He was forced to become the hero, even though he really didn't want to. And I think that's a really good character arc because he does end up becoming a hero at the end. He had a chance to go back to his home planet, but he realized there was a leak in Rocky's ship, and he came back for him, which is good because I think this movie's main message is, I guess, how you have to work together with people who are different from you to achieve a common goal. It's basically a message for diplomacy, I would say, which I think is needed in this day and age where everybody's so divided. Uh, it's it means you could work together with people who don't look like us, don't really act like us, and I think that's a good message for a movie. Um, but yeah, I thought this was great. There's really nothing I could really pick apart about it. Um, it'll be hard to beat this one. But then again, Dune 3 is coming out this year, so I'm really excited for that as well. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like Project Hail Mary and if you think I would like the book it's based on. I think this is a good direction for Hollywood. If the success of this movie, I would like Hollywood producers to take from it would be you don't have to make like a seventh spin-off of Star Wars or Marvel or like, you don't have to remake something from 20 years ago. Maybe just adapt a fantasy or sci-fi novel that hasn't been done yet. There's so many novels I've read, fantasy or sci-fi, that haven't been adapted yet. Like N.K. Jemisin's books or Brandon Sanderson's that could use really good adaptations, and I think people would like them. So that's my suggestion if anybody out there from Hollywood's listening. Mr. Bob Iger or whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.